Imagine tuning into the Today Show expecting a lighthearted chat about upcoming projects or a few laughs, and instead, Jesse Eisenberg drops a bombshell. The actor, known for his sharp wit in The Social Network and his charm in Now You See Me, casually announces that he's donating one of his kidneys to a total stranger. No, not a friend, not a relative, a stranger. And the best part? He says it with a calm smile, like he's talking about adopting a dog or picking up a new hobby. "I'm actually donating my kidney in 6 weeks," Eisenberg said, almost catching himself by surprise. The studio fell silent for a moment. You could practically hear the collective gasp. Then he added, with the same casual sincerity that makes his roles so relatable, "I really am. I don't know why. I got bitten by the blood donation bug." Yeah, I love it. This is one of those moments that remind us that celebrities, often surrounded by glamour and headlines, can still completely floor us with their humanity. Because this isn't a PR stunt. Eisenberg isn't promoting a movie or selling an image of sainthood. He's literally giving away an organ to save a life. Because, in his own words, it just feels like the right thing to do. Let's back up for a second. Jesse Eisenberg has always been one of Hollywood's quieter figures. He's not the type to flood social media with selfies or chase the spotlight at red carpet events. He's private, even shy, a trait that often bleeds into his characters. But behind that introverted charm, it turns out, is a man deeply motivated by compassion. During his chat with Craig Melvin, Eisenberg was being praised for previously donating blood during a Today Show drive. That's when he casually mentioned his next act of generosity, an altruistic kidney donation, as he called it. That means he's not donating to someone he knows or to jump ahead in a transplant chain. He's donating to anyone who needs it most. It's one of the purest, most selfless kinds of medical giving a person can do. And when asked why, Eisenberg's answer was beautifully simple. It's essentially risk-free and so needed. I think people will realize that it's a no-brainer if you have the time and the inclination. He's right statistically. Living kidney donations are incredibly safe. And one donor can literally change or even save the life of someone waiting years on a transplant list. But it's not something you hear every day from a Hollywood actor. It's the kind of announcement that feels almost surreal, especially in an industry often accused of excess and ego. Jesse Eisenberg, the same guy who played the cold, calculating Mark Zuckerberg, is now showing a real-life act of empathy that could inspire thousands. And in a world where headlines are usually filled with scandals, divorces, and controversies, this is the kind of story that stops you in your tracks. In a follow-up interview, Eisenberg explained that he'd actually had the idea to donate a kidney over a decade ago. Back then, he reached out to an organization to start the process, but never heard back. Most people would have moved on and forgotten about it. But he didn't. He carried that thought with him, a quiet, persistent sense of purpose that finally found its moment. Now, years later, he's following through. Think about that for a second. A decade-long intention finally becoming a reality. It's not impulsive, it's not for show, it's a deeply human act that reflects who he is beneath the characters, beyond the fame. What makes this story even more striking is the way he talks about it. No dramatic build-up, no self-congratulation. Just quiet conviction. "I'm so excited to do it," he said with a smile, like he's been waiting for this opportunity his whole life. That's rare. Especially in a world where good deeds are often broadcast for likes and headlines, Eisenberg's sincerity stands out, and it's hard not to see the bigger picture here. Kidney donation isn't glamorous, it's not the kind of story that typically dominates celebrity news. But it's exactly the kind of story that should. Thousands of people around the world are waiting for a transplant right now. In the US alone, nearly 90,000 people are on the kidney transplant list, many waiting years for a match that might never come. One person's decision, one can change that. And that's what Eisenberg is reminding us. Sometimes heroism doesn't look like what Hollywood shows us. Sometimes it's lying in a hospital bed so a stranger can live. There's also something incredibly poetic about this timing. As he prepares for the surgery, Eisenberg's career continues quietly, away from the flashbulbs. He's long been known for choosing roles that explore moral complexity, from the ruthless ambition of The Social Network to the illusionist mischief of Now You See Me. But this time, the story isn't scripted. There's no camera rolling, no director calling action. This is Jesse, the person, not the performer, showing us what true compassion looks like in real life, and maybe that's why his announcement has resonated so deeply online. Social media lit up with reactions, surprise, admiration, and an overwhelming sense of gratitude. Fans and fellow actors have been calling it incredible, inspiring, and even life-changing. It's a rare kind of news that unites people. Reminding us of something we sometimes forget in the whirlwind of celebrity culture: empathy still exists, even in the most unexpected places. Of course, this also opens up a wider conversation. Organ donation, living or otherwise, is still misunderstood and under-discussed. Many people assume it's dangerous or impossible unless you're donating to a family member. Eisenberg's choice challenges that misconception head-on. It shines a light on how relatively simple it can be and how massive the impact truly is. When someone with his platform does something like this, it doesn't just save one life, it could inspire hundreds of others to take the same step. And if you think about the symbolism here, it's beautiful. The guy who played a tech genius known for building connections online is now creating a life-saving connection in real life, one that doesn't involve code, money, or fame, but flesh, blood, and heart. As of now, Eisenberg's surgery is scheduled for mid-December. He's already completed the rigorous medical and psychological evaluations required for living donors. Once the procedure is done, the recovery period is usually just a few weeks, a small sacrifice compared to the gift he's giving. So, while we often look to Hollywood for stories of glamour and scandal, maybe it's time we start paying more attention to moments like this. Because every so often, someone like Jesse Eisenberg reminds us that real heroes don't wear capes. They walk quietly, make decisions that matter, and inspire the rest of us to ask ourselves what we could do if only we tried. And who knows? Maybe his act of kindness will start something bigger. Maybe more people will see that you don't have to be rich or famous to make a difference. Sometimes it's just about having the heart and the courage to say, "I can help." If you found this story as moving as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share it with someone who could use a little hope today, and subscribe for more stories that prove there's still good in this world, even in Hollywood. Because Jesse Eisenberg just reminded us all that generosity is the best kind of magic trick.